Hey everybody, this is Dream, and today we have a 5-game NBA slate. We have some good games on this slate. It should actually be a pretty decent slate. Yesterday was kind of rough, but today is a little bit better. There's not too many questionable tags, but there are a few, and we have some guys out, so those guys will definitely influence how our rosters will go. For the Nets, and Simmons are both out. For the Heat, Lowry and Martin are questionable. For the Bucks, Middleton is questionable. For the 76ers, Harden is out. For the Suns, Durant and Ayton are out. For the Jazz, Markkanen is questionable, and Clarkson and Sexton are out. For the Pelicans, Zion and Alvarado are out. And for the Clippers, Paul George and Powell are out. So quite a few guys out today, almost a guy on every team. But we do have some good plays here. We're going to start at the top here with Joel Embiid, who had a absolutely dominant game yesterday against Golden State Warriors. He does have some upside because his price has actually dropped a few $100s. But he's still a little bit risky because of the matchup against the Suns. But the Suns don't have Ayton right now, so as long as Ayton's out, he looks like a really interesting play on the slate. I don't expect him to have a 75 fantasy point game, but in the mid 60s, definitely possible on this particular slate. He had 55 the last time he played Phoenix as well. So then we're going to look at Nikola Jokic for Denver. I kind of like him better than Embiid today. He's got a good matchup against Milwaukee, who have some injuries of their own. He's been playing extremely well lately. He gets close to triple-double most games. And if he can do that in this game, him and Giannis probably go back and forth at each other. He should have some good opportunity here. He also scores almost 8 fantasy points per game more at home than he does on the road. And so that definitely plays into our like here, especially considering he's averaging a triple-double at home. So as long as when he's at home, he's definitely higher. And he's been on a road trip here, so he's probably going to play really good in this game. So I really like him in this matchup. Then we're going to look at Jamal Murray for Denver. He looks like he's in a great spot here. He's played extremely well lately. And so I think he's got some good upside. His price is under $8,000, which anytime it's under that price range, I think he's definitely worth taking a look at when he's playing pretty good. So he's got good utility, good upside here. He should get some assists and stuff as well. So he scores the ball well. It is a little bit of a tough matchup, but I think he's in a good spot. Then we're going to look at Bam Adebayo for Miami. Against Brooklyn is somewhat tough, but centers have been going off against Brooklyn a lot lately, and I look for Bam to do the same. He's had some big games, though. He does have some floor games as well, but his price has kind of come down some, and so I do think he's got some more viability because of that. So he's definitely somebody to consider here. Tyrese Maxey also looks very interesting today, assuming Harden remains out and he's starting and is playing close to 40 minutes. He should be good to go here. This is a decent price for him. His price is starting to come back up now that he's back in the starting lineup. And if Harden remains out, then he will become a must-play on the slate. Then we're going to look at Chris Paul, who's played really well with the Durant out, and his usage has risen because of that. His price has also dropped down quite a bit because he had a couple of floor games, but he's got good utility, good upside here, and a good matchup for this should be a high-scoring game against Philly. Then we're going to look at Tyler Hero. Now, Tyler Hero's price has dropped some, which is really giving him some utility here. He's finally back under $7,000, which when he's under that range, he does have some upside. He's actually pretty good at. He just needs 33 fantasy points to 5x, and that's basically his floor lately. A little bit lower, but he's just been playing pretty inconsistent throughout the season. But he's got good upside. If he can hit some threes and get some assists and stuff, he'll definitely pay off on the slate. And I do like the matchup. Then we're gonna look at Bruce Brown. For Denver, he has played extremely well, but inconsistent lately. He has some floor games, but he also has good upside at this price. His price has come down a lot, which definitely gives him some upside. But the price has come down because occasionally he has a 10 fantasy point game. I like a lot of players on Denver outside of Jokic and Murray. He has a high ceiling and a low floor, but he is pretty safe on this particular slate. And then finally, Kevin Love for Miami. I think he's in a really good spot here. He's played pretty well lately. He's only getting about 20 to 25 minutes a game, but he has some utility here, and he's a pretty good option if you just want a guy that, to get you some decent amount of fantasy points. He does shoot 5 or 6 threes a game, so as long as he hits a few of them, then you'll be okay at this price point. With that said, guys, thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them below, and have a nice day, guys.